In a move that has fans abuzz, a reveal has surfaced of the Cybertruck's impressive interior and hints at a $42,500 price tag, which could pave the way for a planned November 30th release. These intriguing revelations have sparked speculation and excitement about whether the results are actually good or not. If what we believe is true, its superior performance is also demonstrated by its impressive off-road capabilities compared to its competitors in the electric vehicle market. How impressive will the Cybertruck really be on release day? Let's find out in today's episode of Tesla Car World. Welcome back to our channel, and before we begin, we ask that you please show your support by subscribing if you haven't already, and ringing the bell so you won't miss out on any of our interesting videos in the future. Now, let's get started with today's content. As the revelations about the Cybertruck's appearance gradually become familiar to passersby and true fans, all we are focusing on is the interior design, a close-up shot of a Cybertruck fan that shared a full look at the exterior before getting to the important matter we'll be talking about. What are the overall impressions surrounding the Cybertruck? The first here, the guy shared a video stating that $50,000 is the value of the Cybertruck. This differs from Tesla's initial announcements on the first day of its launch. However, based on inflation and supply shortages in recent years, he believes it is a reasonable price for a newly released electric pickup truck. Tesla might reduce the price as they did with the Model 3 and current Model Y, which significantly dropped since its initial reveal. Tesla will strive to improve its production to make it faster, cheaper, more efficient, and an overall better product. If the accurate price is $50,000, when combined with a $7,500 tax credit, you could own it for a lower than expected price of $42,500. When strolling around the Cybertruck, you may notice a set of all-terrain tires, which might make you wonder why it seems to use different types of tires each time. It's easy to understand that the release version would come with all-terrain tires initially, before you add off-road tire options for snow or muddy terrains to your order. This time, the hubcap has been removed to reveal a captivating wheel design, and we appreciate this wheel design when it's not concealed by the hubcap. Certainly, when it comes to owning a Cybertruck, we wouldn't hesitate to exclude it from the options to use Cybertruck with the most minimalist wheels suitable for off-roading. Moreover, you can add it as an option, but it needs to be ensured that it operates securely when moving on the highway at high speeds. Until the cameraman approaches and opens the door, he effortlessly opens it. The door handle is designed to be hidden in the corner of the window, and before that, you could open the door directly through the app on your phone. Surely, this window has been unlocked, so all we need to do is pull and open them before stepping inside. The door handle retracts at the bottom corner between the glass and the window on all doors. Inside the cabin, the interior space is truly vast, and looking at the floor space under the seats, it's quite roomy and comfortable for a tall driver, such as Dwayne Johnson, aka The Rock, with a weight of up to 260 pounds and a height of around 6'5". The driver can sit comfortably inside and perform impressive maneuvers while controlling a beast when navigating through rough terrain. We see many other trucks can do this, so it may not be unique to the Cybertruck, but there is a lot of space here to place items on the floor in front of the driver, a plus for a pickup truck that's supposed to fit in a standard 20-foot wide garage. A notable point here is the steering wheel, which no longer features the Tesla logo at the center. Instead, it showcases the distinctive Cybertruck logo, surrounded by illuminated control buttons. We used to think that maneuvering could become challenging when control buttons are on the steering wheel. Now, we could speculate about the possibility of drive-by-wire and buttons within easy reach of the hand, allowing the driver to easily navigate even in off-road conditions. Over the years, pickup trucks have evolved to meet consumer demands for lifestyle vehicles with larger cabins and more luxurious features. Ford's first-generation F-150 had a ratio of 36% cabin and 64% bed. Now that ratio has shifted, with the latest models having a cabin ratio of 63% and a bed ratio of 37%. The Cybertruck is also equipped with a rear control screen, which seems to set the stage for further improvements in the Model Y, as the final version of the Model Y does not yet feature this design. Additionally, the center screen provides us with a comprehensive view of its actual range based on our calculations. Tesla initially announced that this vehicle could travel over 500 miles on a single charge for the highest-priced variant on 250 miles for the base variant. However, the first release version may have a range of 300 miles. In this instance, we can see that the Cybertruck is in a charging state with a current battery level of 71%. Although Tesla is using a percentage ratio for the battery charging status instead of displaying the remaining status in miles, we can still get a fairly good idea of the displayed range through some simple calculations. To account for potential rounding errors, the remaining 16 miles displayed on the navigation map would use 5% of the battery. This means that each 1% of the battery can cover approximately 3.33 miles, providing an operational miles of 333 miles from a full charge. However, we believe making any predictions based on these observations is not advisable because we don't know how the vehicle is being driven, and this can significantly impact the range. Therefore, it is not prudent to make any assessments until we see the figures verified by the Environmental Protection Agency, or EPA. The EPA's range is expected to be significantly longer, but some reservation exists among reservation holders as Tesla has mentioned a range of over 300 miles for the dual-motor version of the Cybertruck, expected to be the first version released. Moreover, Elon Musk believes that an electric vehicle doesn't need a range beyond 250 miles. From Musk's perspective, if you can drive at a highway speed of 80 miles per hour for 3 hours straight, you'd want to stretch your legs, use the restroom, and have a slice of pizza. During that time, your car would be fully charged, and you could drive it another 3 hours and repeat the cycle. Most of us tend to agree with Musk's belief. It's rare for someone to drive continuously for 5 to 6 hours at highway speeds without taking a break. It's meaning an electric vehicle with a range of 250 to 300 miles is sufficient. According to our informal observation based on the charging network map, charging stations are typically spaced about 125 miles apart across rural areas in the United States. Clearly, there are exceptions as Tesla continues to build and expand its network. Additionally, California, with its dense Tesla population, appears to have a higher concentration of charging stations. We also got a pretty great look at the Cybertruck's user interface, including a truck view mode and alerts for the driver about which doors open. It also features the capability to control the tonneau covers from the cabin, and now this feature has been clarified from previous predictions. A couple other things I noticed are that the electric tonneau cover at the back of the bed seems to operate much smoother than the first time we saw it, and it's evident that Tesla has improved that rolling cover. It's fantastic that there's a small button at the rear where you can simply press it to open the rolling cover or use the center control panel from the screen to do so. It's worth noting that when you buy another pickup truck without a powered rolling cover, it certainly won't be of the same quality as what Tesla's done. Typically, it's an additional cost, but there are some models you can get it bundled with. Similar to being included in the high price of a Ford Ranger, in reality, the Raptor version adds that cost if you choose to add the rolling cover option. The small details about the Cybertruck reflect society's position on the design and feature of new vehicles. From the beginning, the Cybertruck has been unlike any other vehicle on the market. Even a few years after its debut, the Cybertruck remains a uniquely desired pickup truck. How can the Cybertruck show off its full potential? All of us still seem to be curious about the off-road capability of the Cybertruck as promised by Tesla. The glimpses of the testing results are somewhat limited as we only see a few video clips of its appearance at off-road testing locations in the Hollister Hills State Vehicular Recreation Area or at the Baja Off-Road Racecourse. There aren't many final results revealed, but we can make some conjectures based on the testing results that competitors of the Cybertruck have also conducted at similar locations. A recent video shot during pre-production testing gave us some hints. And now we have additional context to supplement in the form of a comparison between the Cybertruck, Ford F-150 Lightning, and Rivian R1T. Ford CEO Jim Farley took the first shot at Elon Musk by sharing video of the Ford F-150 Lightning tackling a staircase challenge similar to what the upcoming Tesla Cybertruck is expected to face. A Rivian R1T owner also took their truck on the same named road, creating what seems to be a direct showdown between the three beasts. There are many factors that could lead to the F-150 taking the lead. These factors include the driver's experience, tire pressure, tire size, temperature, suspension system settings, and many other variables that need careful consideration. We still have a bit of a memory of the Cybertruck's victory in a towing challenge against the F-150. The Cybertruck has a towing capacity of up to 14,000 pounds and ideal torque, which could play a significant role in certain challenges. In addition, the Rivian R1T, currently the off-road champion among fully electric vehicles on the market, has a suspension travel of 6.5 inches and a ground clearance of 14.4. In contrast, the Cybertruck can raise and lower itself by 14 inches between the highest and lowest suspension settings. In theory, this gives the Cybertruck a clear advantage over Rivian and Ford. This is not to mention the Cybertruck's exoskeleton made of stainless steel, providing additional flexibility when facing challenging environments. Even in the challenges like the Tommy gun test and shooting arrows at the Cybertruck's steel shell, these actions hardly affect the passengers inside the cabin. Overall, it remains fascinating to see these three vehicles go head-to-head in an off-road race. And finally, we'll have some info about the final preparations leading up to the unveiling at the end of November. How fast will Tesla complete their deliveries? You know, Tesla will only deliver 10 Cybertrucks at the upcoming delivery event. We've suspected that Tesla would only deliver electric trucks to employees and those within the company because they've not yet disclosed the specifications and pricing for the production version of the vehicle. However, every day the Cybertruck continues to roll out of the production facility, and on average, we can see around 9 to 10 complete trucks in the parking lot near the factory. So, we believe that the initial 10 Cybertrucks will indeed be delivered to the first attendees of this event, and then additional orders will be delivered to subsequent customers, and it won't stop at just 10. As of now, it seems there are approximately 200 to 300 Cybertrucks ready at locations to prepare for the delivery day. Something special. It's not a random coincidence that the delivery day is close to Turkey Day. So it seems we'll have 2 Thanksgiving days this year. Elon Musk previously declared that he hoped it would take about 18 months for Tesla to ramp up production of the Cybertruck to 5,000 units per week. This would set the production target for the mass market around 2025. Alongside the high hopes for the Cybertruck orders, following the intense reaction from fans about the plans to sue early owners selling their Cybertruck reservations for $50,000. Since we reported on these changes, Tesla has swiftly revised its decision. The section titled Cybertruck Reservation no longer exists in the agreement on Tesla's website. The general language about reselling remains, but that primarily applies to dealerships and has existed in many previous versions of the agreement. There has been much reasonable discussion about this clause according to our reports over the weekend. On one hand, nobody likes scalpers, and a clause like this could help deter their behavior. But on the other hand, nobody likes being told what to do with their car once they bought it. It's yours, and you should be able to do what you want with it. Such clauses are uncommon, but have been used by Ferrari. When buying a new Ferrari and reselling it for profit, you would immediately be blacklisted by Ferrari. Nevertheless, there is still a possibility that this section may reappear in future versions of the agreement, or possibly in an agreement specifically tailored for early Cybertruck buyers. Firstly, the purchase contract terms that Tesla has posted are not unprecedented and are believed to be enforceable. Do you think Tesla's legal team's unfamiliar with simple contract law? They've signed much more complex contracts with foreign countries to establish and operate their factories on their borders. Secondly, this could be just an experiment to gauge public sentiment before the launch date, and it has certainly garnered significant attention. It wouldn't be surprising if it reappears with modifications to make the terms more palatable. In my opinion, one amendment could be that there are no restrictions on reselling the first Cybertruck you attempt to sell. But limitations would apply to the subsequent use of the vehicle, such as access to the charging system, warranty, and repairs. The future fees for those who resell may be seen as an installment penalty. Speculators and some greedy dealers have harmed the prices of new electric vehicles, as seen with the Hummer EV and others. The damages can be significant, so Tesla might want to put an end to this. Price hikes damage the sales volume of electric vehicles and can harm long-term customer bases. Are you willing to pay a huge sum of money to buy from greedy people? And what are you hoping for on launch day at the end of November? We rarely see any electric vehicle manufacturer willing to take their car out for a test with a submachine gun to demonstrate passenger protection capabilities in case they find themselves in a tense combat zone one day. However, everything's boundless with Tesla and the Cybertruck, a unique design pickup truck that consistently undergoes unconventional tests. How successful was the Cybertruck with the Al Capone test? Elon Musk is certainly keen to push the limits of this futuristic design pickup truck, particularly the durability of those cold-rolled stainless steel panels. We'd like to mention the video of the Cybertruck driving on the road with a scattered bullet marks shared by a member of the Tesla Car Owners Club in Silicon Valley. Cybertruck continues to undergo bulletproof testing with an interesting name, Al Capone. In this special test, Tesla has switched to a bolder and more dramatic object instead of the sledgehammer. The Tommy gun, also known as the Thompson gun, will be a new element for Cybertruck to convince the client. From our research, Tesla naming this test Al Capone has a hidden meaning behind it. This is precisely a bulletproof testing method used to evaluate the effectiveness of bulletproof shields. This method's named after Al Capone, a notorious gangster in Chicago in the 20s and 30s. He was known for using bulletproof shields to protect himself from assassination attempts. Back to the main topic. In this test, Cybertruck's said to have suffered at least 40 to 50 shots to the driver's side of the truck. These marks created dents on the body of the car with a depth of about 0.3 millimeters. The Cybertruck's body is made of stainless steel with a thickness of 3 millimeters. The bullets will definitely not be able to penetrate the passenger compartment. We're guessing that the Cybertruck was imprinted with .45 ACP rounds since it's so popular for Tommy guns. Tesla has stated that the Cybertruck will be able to withstand 9mm handgun bullets with a body that's sturdier than any other truck out there. However, the .45 ACP bullet seems to be more terrible. Let's compare a bit. The 9mm bullet size moves faster, is lighter, smaller, more aerodynamic, and has a pretty good chance of penetration. The .45 ACP is a much more larger bullet and has a more powerful impact, but it's a bit slower than the 9mm bullet. A Tommy gun magazine is a round drum that holds 50 to 100 rounds, or a box that holds 20 or 30 rounds. Elon Musk revealed that the Cybertruck got an entire drum magazine of a Tommy gun emptied into the driver door, Al Capone style. Tesla has always required various parts of the Cybertruck to be extremely durable. A patent reveals that Cybertruck glass will be more durable and stronger than any glass currently offered on the market. This may be double-glazed acoustic glass, and it has a 10% chance of failure with a 2J impact. We may not be certain if the Cybertruck is the most heavily invested Tesla pickup truck, but we dare to assert that's the most rigorously tested model in terms of testing methods and different types of terrain. We all know that from the early days of the Cybertruck's unveiling in 2019, Elon Musk and Tesla's chief designer, Franz von Holzhausen, sought to demonstrate the truck's durability and safety by using a sledgehammer. Wow. This event remains unforgettable to the audience even to this day. In addition to the bold testing methods, the rugged terrains also pose no challenge to Tesla's pickup truck, as it continuously undergoes special tests in Alaska, where the Cybertruck's been tested during winter. Furthermore, recent testing in desert environments and testing in facilities in Texas has become quite routine before the imminent launch date. Alongside these novel and challenging experiments, the Cybertruck also boasts a state-of-the-art electrical architecture, on par with the Tesla Semi, with an extremely robust 800-volt electrical system. Why will Cybertruck definitely use 800-volt architecture? Let's go back to the Tesla Q1 2022 financial results. Apart from issues related to the company's revenue and plans, Tesla's executives were asked why the company didn't implement an 800-volt architecture for its electric vehicles, a question raised by shareholders. Tesla didn't hesitate to address the core issues with candid insights from Buglino and Elon Musk.
Sure, on the 800-volt thing. Yeah, so it's really a case-by-case thing. For the smaller platform vehicles like 3 and Y, there's some wins and losses with 800 volts. Not everything is better. And so we look at that platform. And
the manufacturer notes that this architecture doesn't really make sense for utility vehicles like the Model 3 and Y. Musk added that switching to 800 volts would likely save the company $100 or more, but charging infrastructure in the entire utility vehicle system has to be changed because of this.
It's really about mass and power. And as you look at bigger vehicles, there are some advantages on those bigger vehicles.
However, alongside what are perceived as certain challenges for the company, Tesla has also made it clear that the 800-volt architecture has many reasonable benefits, but primarily for larger vehicles. Buglino noted that this architecture is significant for EVs that require high charging power or greater torque.
So the current requirements go up. There's a little bit more semiconductor and actual conductor savings of going to the higher voltage. And so we do consider that for Semi and Cybertruck. But
these two EVs are highly regarded as having the potential for applying for the 800-volt architecture compared to smaller models. The manufacturer's insights have been carefully calculated to determine suitability for different aspects. Therefore, Tesla has considered implementing the 800-volt architecture for larger segments such as the Cybertruck and Semi. According to leaked info in Tesla's earnings report that came out last week, Cybertruck, when delivered in its first batch, will indeed be equipped with that 800-volt architecture. We dare to assert that this is entirely accurate as disclosed.
We're running at the 800,000 volt range.
Wow.
Versus our 400 volt range in most of our cars today. But Cybertruck will also go to that higher voltage range. So Semi was really helping prove out a number of our high voltage theories.
Dan Priestley, a senior Tesla designer, was also mentioned in Jay Leno's Tesla Semi test video. He stated that Cybertruck would be equipped with a more powerful electrical system compared to standard models. This means that it's already been implemented in the new Cybertruck prototypes produced and isn't just a mere rumor. An 800-volt electrical architecture is a high-voltage system, and this upgrade will allow the Cybertruck to charge significantly faster compared to other electric vehicle models. So the Cybertruck can charge from 10 to 80% in just 20 minutes. Additionally, the 800-volt architecture will enhance profitability for the vehicle, as opposed to other EV architectures that may have been considered. It's been explicitly stated in the Q3 shareholder documents that for heavy-duty vehicles, a high-voltage electric drivetrain architecture helps achieve substantial cost savings, which is why the Cybertruck is going to pick up the 800-volt structure. From another perspective, the 800-volt architecture has less copper throughout the entire vehicle, reducing weight and improving efficiency and range. The 800-volt architecture is more efficient because it allows electricity to move from the battery to the wheels at a lower current. Ultimately, this reduces the amount of energy lost due to heat and higher voltage. A lower current architecture can transmit the same amount of energy with thinner wires, which is related to the previously mentioned reduction in copper usage. In addition to the exceptional upgrade for the new pickup truck, the 800-volt architecture plays a crucial role in the future of Tesla's electric vehicles, particularly to showcase strong competitiveness with other 800-volt technologies found in vehicles like the new Porsche and Audi e-tron GT. In general, 800 volts provide a significant advantage in fast charging speeds because they can hire a higher output from the superchargers. For example, Tesla's V4 supercharger has a power rating of 350 kilowatts, activated by increasing current and voltage levels. This will help the EV owner spend less time at the fast charging station, making the charging process more efficient and allowing more people to access the chargers by reducing congestion. For those new to EVs, the 800-volt architecture may not make a strong impression. However, for those who have been following the trades, the 800-volt architecture is the future trend of the electric vehicle industry, especially as more electric vehicles hit the road. Charging time continues to be a concern for some people, and as electric cars become more popular among various automakers, it's increasingly important to address these issues. How is Cybertruck information decoded for upcoming release versions? Some of the mysteries surrounding this pickup truck have been partially unveiled as the VIN decoder for the Cybertruck has appeared online in the National Highway Traffic Safety or NHTSA website. These decoders have revealed this configuration and weight of the electric pickup truck. The VIN decoder was first spotted by the Gregor Truck account on X. It's not surprising that we also assume that the Cybertruck will be classified in a category alongside the Tesla Semi, while the Model S, X3, and Y will be in a separate category. This division is based on the segments of the models, and it's interesting to see the impressive synergy between these two vehicles as we've seen in recent times with images of the Tesla Semi efficiently transporting the Cybertruck. As previously leaked about the dual and tri-motor configurations on X, the VIN decoder also reveals that the Cybertruck will temporarily have dual motor and tri-motor configurations. The 8th digit of the Cybertruck's VIN will specify the drivetrain configuration, with the letter D indicating the dual motor and E representing the tri-motor configuration. The fact that the single-motor versions isn't included in the VIN decoder makes us hypothesize that it's most likely been eliminated from the Cybertruck line. The single-motor version has not been appreciated by us since the moment it was announced. It was too weak to serve as a pickup truck. A single-motor Cybertruck would indeed face challenges in competing with the offerings from other truck manufacturers, especially as they invest more in their own models. Besides being more affordable, this version may not be particularly impressive, which makes its removal understandable. However, this is just our hypothesis, and Tesla may continue to produce this version in the future when the production line has the capacity. But for now, it remains in the shadows. Additionally, an issue related to the weight of the Cybertruck has been exposed as we learned that the total weight of the vehicle falls into two categories: G, ranging from 8,001 to 9,000 pounds, and H, 9,001 to 10,000 pounds. One possibility we've considered is that G will correspond to the dual motor configuration, while H represents the tri-motor version. In our view, the weight of the Cybertruck as decoded appears to be quite high for a pickup truck, which is understandable considering it's primarily made from stainless steel, which contributes to the slightly higher weight. Previously, we predicted it to fall to the range of 7,000 to 7,500 pounds, so this doesn't come as a major surprise. Heavier weight can potentially impact performance, but we believe that Tesla's made significant improvements to address this issue. Moreover, recently we've seen it posted on social media achieving impressive speeds or in a recent R1 race, which suggests that Tesla is making strides in terms of performance. Just a few days after Tesla announced it'd begin deliveries of the Cybertruck November 30th, it seems that the vehicle is finally starting to overcome the federal hurdles it needed to clear before hitting customers. The Cybertruck has certainly undergone challenging tests and been approved by NHTSA, and Tesla may be awaiting final approvals and certifications from EPA to bring the Cybertruck to customers at Giga Texas in the near future. The future of the Tesla Cybertruck in 2024 holds great promise, yet Elon acknowledges the inherent challenges of predicting its success due to the unprecedented nature of this groundbreaking electric pickup truck. It might be a different story if the Cybertruck were a mere replica of existing pickup trucks. Musk says, the more unexplored the territory, the more unpredictable the outcome. With unwavering confidence, Musk has declared Tesla's ultimate goal of manufacturing around 250,000 Cybertrucks a year, a milestone that could potentially be reached by 2025. One of the boldest decisions made in the lead-up to Cybertruck's launch was the Al Capone test, aimed at showcasing its unparalleled uniqueness and robust safety features in the market. These tests are poised to persuade customers even more due to the vehicle's substantial bulletproof capabilities. Customers can also look forward to receiving their Cybertrucks equipped with the 800-volt electrical system in the first round of deliveries, scheduled for late November. While the specific numbers remain undisclosed, at the very least, the deliveries are set to commence without further delays. The high-voltage architecture not only promises faster charging, but also an array of other significant advantages. In conclusion, Tesla's vision for the Cybertruck in 2024 is a daring leap into uncharted territory, marked by innovation and a commitment to redefining the pickup truck market. The Al Capone test is a testament to its unique design and unwavering focus on safety, while the 800-volt electrical system promises enhanced performance and convenience. As Tesla continues to push the boundaries of electric vehicle technology, the future of Cybertruck holds great promise, and the automotive world eagerly awaits this groundbreaking addition to the Tesla lineup. In late November, electric pickup truck enthusiasts will witness a significant event at Tesla's Cybertruck scheduled to be unveiled. It's not just a new product, it also promises to mark a major leap forward in the automotive industry. With promises of exceptional performance, futuristic design, and the excitement of an electric vehicle, the Cybertruck has generated enthusiasm with the global automotive community. The actual price of this vehicle remains a mystery, but consumers have reasons to expect reasonable competitiveness. Tesla is renowned for delivering good value to customers, and the Cybertruck is expected to be no exception. We can't be certain about all the details, but it'll be fascinating to follow the development of this vehicle. Based on everything we've seen, it can be said that Cybertruck has the potential to change the way we look at the automotive world and is unlikely to disappoint those who are curious and eagerly waiting. So, how do you feel about the Al Capone-style test, along with the 800-volt architecture, and what features of the Cybertruck are you most eager to explore?
The much-anticipated handover event for the Tesla Cybertruck, during which the EV maker is expected to deliver the first batch of vehicles. Tesla has added invites to its upcoming Cybertruck delivery event back to its referral program, as spotted by some keen onlookers this week. Sawyer Merritt spotted the addition to the referral program on Monday, sharing a screenshot on X that showed a Cybertruck delivery invite had become available for 30,000 credits. Although many replied to the post saying they didn't have enough credits, some others were able to snag the referral points invite to the limited event. Now, 30,000 referral credits are equivalent to 3 vehicle referrals, which makes it the most expensive award available through Tesla's referral program at the moment at about $1,500. Needless to say, Tesla's announcement has generated a frenzy on social media, with owners sharing their referral links in the hope they will get 3 referrals so they can redeem the invitation to the Cybertruck delivery event. It's quite a brilliant move from a marketing and sales standpoint, as it's likely to generate more sales for Tesla. According to past statements from company, the event will have limited capacity and will be located at the company's Gigafactory in Austin, Texas on November 30. Because of this, it's not clear how long the Cybertruck delivery event invites will be available through referral credits. So if you're hoping to go, you should probably act fast. You can see a couple of tweets from others who got into the event through referral points below. After an extended break, The EV maker relaunched its referral program last year for solar products and last quarter for cars. Buyers using referral codes get incentives, including discounts and free features, while Tesla owners who refer new buyers get credit points that they can redeem for awards. Currently, awards include free supercharger miles, accessories, Cybertruck raffle entry, and more. Back to the new parameters of Cybertruck that were recently leaked. How is the change in payload and towing capacity of the Tesla Cybertruck confirmed? Tesla has been showing off the Cybertruck at some of its showrooms in California, ahead of the delivery event later this month, though the automaker still hasn't released many details about the vehicle. This week, however, some have confirmed the Cybertruck's payload and towing capacities, as spotted in an advertisement near one of the showrooms featuring the truck. The Cybertruck will feature a payload capacity of up to 2,000 pounds and a towing capacity of 11,000 pounds, according to a sign spotted at Tesla's showroom at the UTC Mall in San Diego, where the vehicle is currently on display. It's not clear which truck configuration the ratings apply to, but with the Cybertruck delivery event set for the end of this month, it won't be long before we find out. The sign also notes that the Cybertruck includes adaptive air suspension with on-road and off-road drive modes, along with its ultra-hard stainless steel exoskeleton and shatter-resistant glass. Payload capacity refers to the amount of weight a truck can carry, while towing capacity refers to how much weight the vehicle can pull. All things considered, the Cybertruck's towing and payload specs compete fairly well in the still-emerging electric truck sector. Ford's page for the F-150 Lightning shows that it has a towing capacity of up to 10,000 pounds and a payload capacity of 2,235 pounds, while Rivian's website says the R1T features a payload capacity of 1,764 pounds and a towing capacity of 11,000 pounds. Tesla still hasn't released official specs or pricing for the Cybertruck, save for a few details such as the unique electric vehicle's 800-volt charging architecture, which was announced during the automaker's Q3 earnings call last month. Some anonymous sources have also allegedly leaked other information about the Cybertruck, including a photo of power outlets in the electric pickup's bed, and claims that Tesla would launch dual and tri-motor configurations, among others. Others have spotted the Cybertruck in the wild and have managed to garner a few details from those sightings. The Tesla Cybertruck is attracting crowds in showrooms across the United States ahead of the company's first delivery event for the all-electric pickup truck. Days before the Tesla's Cybertruck first deliveries event, people can see the post-apocalyptic pickup for themselves and place an order if they like what they see. People have been posting videos and pictures of the Tesla Cybertruck on X recently. Most posts are of Tesla showrooms in California, like Santana Row or the Westfield UTC Mall in San Diego. The recent videos, pictures, and Cybertruck displays at Tesla showrooms across the United States tease the start of deliveries scheduled for November 30. More details about the Cybertruck have been released leading up to the delivery event at the end of the month. Last week, a new video on TikTok revealed the Tesla Cybertruck's user interface, UI, and operation of its tonneau cover. Tesla has been steadily ramping up Cybertruck production since the beginning of the year. A few months ago, Tesla Cybertrucks were spotted on car carriers leaving Giga, Texas, the company's Cybertruck factory. Earlier this month, massive batches of Cybertruck castings were spotted at Gigafactory, Texas, hinting at the electric pickup truck's initial production ramp. According to Tesla's head of investor relations sent out invitations to the Tesla Cybertruck delivery event. The invites were sent to people who won Tesla's shareholder lottery. How do Tesla lovers see the new parameters of the Cybertruck? Have you received Tesla's invitation and are ready to receive up to $30,000 worth of credit? Please leave us your thoughts in the comments section.
Elon Musk has always had a different approach to creating and manufacturing electric cars. His strategy is to seek to reduce complexity, cost, and weight wherever possible, which is evident in Tesla vehicles, which stands out for their simple design and intuitive user interface. While some competitors rely on Lidar sensors to help their self-driving cars see their surroundings. Instead, Tesla focused on vision-based systems because he believed they were more efficient and effective. The technology behind Tesla is adapted to rely on cameras and other vision-based sensors to navigate the environment because in Musk's view, the path is made to be able to be understood by vision as to what humans can see. Why did Tesla remove LiDAR from their plan? Tesla believes that using cameras will help save costs and be suitable for autonomous driving. The camera feature in Tesla's self-driving cars is a computer vision system that utilizes multiple cameras installed on the vehicle to gather visual data about the environment. The captured images are then processed using machine learning algorithms to detect and identify objects. In other words, it's the vehicle's equivalent of human vision for objects appearing in the front, within the range that the cameras can encompass. If the human eye can recognize 3D images, why can't we achieve that from camera images? Elon Musk is in fact answering this question with the field of image recognition using the cameras on Tesla's fully self-driving electric vehicles known as Tesla Vision. At a speed of 60 miles per hour, the vehicle travels approximately 10 meters per second. If you react slower than 0.5 seconds, it means you can't react to anything happening in front of the car. With cameras, you can see everything in color, which is essential for identifying speed limit signs that say 40 rather than 35, and white painted arrows on the road that indicate which lane you should be in for turning. However, LiDAR can never achieve this. Its function is to use light to calculate distances to objects and build a 3D model of the environment, and then process issues that arise in that environment. The most significant difference is that LiDAR generates its own light source. While camera sensors rely on reflected light, much like our human eyes, LiDAR is better at assessing distances and shapes of obstacles, but it doesn't provide many more capabilities than the combination of the other three sensors. In most cases, it's an expensive and redundant backup device. Despite being an expensive and exotic technology, LiDAR offers very few advantages compared to the combination of cameras and radar. For example, radar performs much better in rain and other low visibility situations because it operates based on radio waves rather than light. Radio waves can penetrate some objects and bounce back from others, allowing for a different spatial perception. The human eye is entirely capable of providing enough information to our advanced neural network, the human brain, to navigate a vehicle in real time. Humans have a reasonably good collective visual perception of assessing distances, especially when combined with basic visual knowledge of how the physical world operates. To achieve full autonomy, we need to master 4 abilities: mapping, localization, perception, and planning and control. Everything we see on the road is visual information. And while LiDAR excels at detecting objects and creating a 3D map, perception is the challenging part that demands high-level visual processing due to the diversity and randomness of the outside world. LiDAR cannot read signs and does not perceive things in the same way as a human driver in any situation. This is also because most of the world around us is designed for human vision. LiDAR offers little assistance in perception as it lacks the ability to recognize colors and contrast, leaving the camera to continue processing images based on maps and localization. That's why Elon criticizes LiDAR as a crutch technology that'll help us achieve 99% but'll hinder us from going further. Other companies like Uber and Waymo have achieved level 4 autonomy using LiDAR sensors, but they still need to master perception based on visual mapping and localization through algorithms, ML. By doing so, they make LiDAR sensors redundant. Tesla's approach focuses more on vision-based ML, using 8 cameras with self-supervised learning capabilities to create a 3D map while improving vision processing abilities. The biggest issue with LiDAR is its lack of adaptability. Most deployments rely heavily on maps and may have been tested very little on real-world roads, and even when they have been, it's mainly on large, well-mapped roads. However, ordinary people don't drive on those roads every day, making it not very practical. LiDAR transmit and receive systems are believed to work best when no other LiDAR devices are operating simultaneously because they can interfere with each other, resulting in inaccurate data collection. How Tesla made autonomous possible without LiDAR? The main difference between LiDAR and Tesla's self-driving car cameras is how they perceive and interpret the surrounding environment. Tesla has improved their Level 4 and Level 5 full self-driving system by creating a supercomputer called Dojo. The system features a tray of interconnected training tiles inside and between cabinets, enabling seamless communication. The processing interface can provide data to the training tiles and has full bandwidth memory and high-speed Ethernet for communication. Previously, Tesla stated that Dojo would allow them to train models faster and at lower costs, built from the ground up for AI machine learning, specifically for training on video data from the company's fleet of vehicles. Tesla is reportedly enhancing its collaboration with the chip giant TSMC to manufacture the Dojo supercomputer chip. Reports from Taiwan suggest that Tesla will double its Dojo D1 ASIC orders with TSMC to 10,000 units in 2024, with orders expected to increase further in 2025. The key feature of the Dojo project is its scalability, allowing Tesla to continue ordering ASICs from TSMC to build multiple exapods, each containing 1.062 million cores placed in 3,000 D1 chips, capable of reaching up to 20 exaflops. This means it can produce tens of quadrillions of floating point operations per second. Elon Musk's philosophy is the best part is no part, which means reducing complexity, cost, and weight whenever possible. This philosophy is evident in Tesla's vehicles, known for their minimalist design and user-friendly interface. This philosophy also guides Tesla's technology to remove sensors from their vehicles and not consider using Lidar technology. While some competitors rely on Lidar sensors to help their self-driving cars perceive the world around them. Furthermore, Tesla's cameras provide a 360-degree view around the vehicle with a vision range of up to 250 meters, surpassing human vision. Moreover, it was previously equipped with 12 additional ultrasonic sensors to detect objects in blind spots. However, in 2022, Tesla took the next step in Tesla Vision by removing these ultrasonic sensors from Model 3 and Model Y for most markets worldwide. The next plan is to eliminate them from Model S and Model X in 2023. This demonstrates that Tesla is gradually asserting its plan to use vision exclusively for autonomous driving features. As the company's fleet has accumulated data on billions of miles driven in autopilot mode with hundreds of thousands of lane changes every day. The final stage seems to be focused on the self-learning capabilities of the Dojo supercomputer network, applying them to autonomous driving. How will Tesla's competitors use Lidar? Level 3 autonomy is where vehicles can perform dynamic driving without the need for human intervention, allowing occupants to sit in the back seat and potentially sleep without the fear of being pulled over by law enforcement. Electric car manufacturer Polestar has expanded its partnership with Lidar developer Luminar Technologies. The upcoming Polestar 5 will use this technology to enhance its four-door vehicle autonomous driving capabilities. The newly unveiled Polestar 3, an SUV, is also equipped with Lidar technology for orders starting in early 2023, with deliveries scheduled for 2024. Polestar, headquartered in Sweden and owned by the Chinese automotive giant Geely, is the sister company of Volvo. It revealed its new stylish SUV, the Polestar 3, last year. Praised as a luxury rival to the Tesla Model X, it boasts 5 radar modules, 5 external cameras, 12 external ultrasonic sensors, and NVIDIA Drive computing power. This highlights Polestar's aim to achieve Level 3 autonomous driving. While Tesla has been stuck at Level 2 for several years, preparing for enhancements in Tesla Vision to achieve Level 3 sooner, BMW and Ionoviz have been collaborating for several years on advanced autonomous driving technology. They are bringing Lidar support to the BMW 7 Series. They're expanding their cooperation and focusing on second-generation Lidar technologies in the B sample phase, integrating it into a demo vehicle. Additionally, they are in the initial development stage of a minimal risk management control system based on Lidar. Minimal Risk Management, or MRM, serves as a secondary safety decision-making platform that utilizes the InnoViz 2 LiDAR sensor for real-time driving decisions. Cruise, the autonomous vehicle operator backed by General Motors, plans to launch a robo-taxi service in Japan by 2026. This is seen as a viable solution to address the worsening driver shortage issue in Japan, driven by the company's aging population. Japan will become Cruise's second international market after Dubai. This announcement signifies General Motors' commitment to bringing autonomous vehicles to multiple cities as quickly as possible. GM also announced a collaboration with Honda to develop a range of affordable electric vehicles. However, it's worth noting that a Cruise vehicle was involved in a collision with a fire truck in San Francisco. The autonomous vehicle had entered an intersection at a green light before being struck by the emergency vehicle. It appears that the Lidar system failed to recognize the colors and lights of the warning systems from the fire truck. Another common feature among Lidar-equipped vehicles is their high price, often reaching hundreds of thousands of dollars, as well as the bulkiness of the scanning equipment. What are the trade-offs between Lidar and Tesla Vision? The memory capacity of FSD is longer, allowing it to track pedestrians walking on the roadside and analyze their behavior before intending to cross the road. Also, it can recognize road markings and traffic signs appearing up to 50 meters ahead, even when partially obscured by nearby foliage. Your Tesla will then respond to these marking and signs just as your brain processes them to obey the corresponding instructions. This is how Tesla Vision predicts the future when pedestrians intend to cross, based on gestures and actions learned from millions of AI-processed video data. Lidar offers few advantages compared to the combination of cameras and radar, or even just cameras, along with a silicon-based neural network that has all that necessary information to perform tasks similar to what humans do when driving. That's why most Chinese automakers have realized this and are gradually phasing out Lidar technology as a necessary step. Furthermore, Tesla believes that Lidar is an unnecessary and costly device that does not align with its immediate mission. It's considered a lever for assisting in terrain surveys and comparing the accuracy of vision technology. Tesla also stated that the accident rate when using autopilot is only a small fraction of the industry average in the US. New data reveals that Tesla vehicles with autopilot activated experience 0.18 accidents per million miles driven, compared to the US vehicle's industry average of 1.53 accidents per million miles. Teslas on routes without full self-driving activation experience 0.31 accidents per million miles, equivalent to an 80% reduction in accident rates compared to conventional vehicles. Tesla vehicles not using active safety features, including FSD's autopilot, have an accident rate of 0.68, less than half of the overall US vehicle average. Tesla's commitment to safety is exemplified by their impressive track record of consistently achieving 5-star Euro NCAP ratings for all their car models. The stellar performance in Euro NCAP, which assesses various safety aspects, underscores Tesla's dedication to ensuring the highest level of protection for both occupants and pedestrians. In terms of collision avoidance, Tesla vehicles are equipped with cutting-edge technology, such as advanced driver assistance systems, ADAS, and autopilot features that can help drivers avoid accidents. These systems use sensors, cameras, and radar to detect potential hazards and provide warnings or take corrective actions, such as automatic braking or steering to prevent collisions. An example of this technology in action is Tesla's autopilot, which can assist drivers with tasks like lane keeping, adaptive cruise control, and even navigating on certain roads with minimal driver intervention. Moreover, Tesla's commitment to pedestrian collision avoidance, particularly at night, showcases their forward-thinking to safety. To achieve this, their vehicles are equipped with advanced lighting systems and pedestrian detection technology, ensuring that pedestrians are visible even in low-light conditions. Tesla's vehicles strive to minimize the risk of pedestrian accidents, especially in situations where visibility is a challenge, like during nighttime driving. Tesla's dedication to safety extends beyond their initial vehicle design and manufacturing process. They also actively collect a vast amount of data from real-world collisions and simulations. This data is invaluable for refining and enhancing the structural integrity of their vehicles and the active collision avoidance software. By analyzing actual collision data, Tesla gains valuable insights into how their cars perform in real-world scenarios and can make continuous improvements to protect occupants and pedestrians alike. This multifaceted approach ensures that Tesla cars not only perform well in standardized safety tests, but also provide exceptional protection and prevention capabilities in everyday driving situations, both for their drivers and those sharing the road. What do you think about Elon's refusal to use Lidar? How effective will the integration of Lidar and Tesla Vision in the future be? Let us know what you're thinking in the comments section down below. Volkswagen Group seemed reluctant to phase out internal combustion engines, even as the EV industry is becoming a new future trend. However, they are compelled to produce electric vehicles to meet strict requirements from governments in other countries worldwide. As a result, they've implemented a dual focus in their production line, leading to billions of dollars in losses. Ouch. The automotive industry was shaken when Volkswagen CEO Thomas Schaefer issued a grave warning during a lengthy internal meeting, saying, "The roof is on fire. This is the final wake-up call." With an urgent tone, he addressed over 2,000 senior managers. This wasn't just a joke from a giant in the German electric car sector. It was a stark wake-up call regarding their spending on the EV market. Recently, Volkswagen's been named the most indebted company globally, with an astonishing debt of $196 billion as of September of this year, almost equivalent to the entire top country's GDP, respectively. It's true, automakers often carry enormous debts. As the situation worsens, we can recall Volkswagen's past scandal when they had to abandon over 350,000 cars in the desert back in 2010. The Dieselgate scandal appeared to rock the world. A decade later, emissions cheating was discovered on Dieselgate, with engines no longer cleaner, but instead using a defeat device to manipulate emissions testing. When the vehicle detected an emissions test, it switched to a lower pollution mode. Volkswagen had to pay over $7.4 billion to buy back diesel vehicles in the US and store them across the country. Up to now, Volkswagen seems to struggle to attract new vehicle orders in the midst of the electric vehicle industry's strongest growth. They attribute this to the American competitor Tesla reducing prices in various markets, including China, which is a very lucrative market for electric vehicles. Those within the company consider this development dangerous and also note a clear decline in orders for internal combustion engine models. Therefore, the German automotive giant's facing fierce competition, both domestically and internationally. Specific demand for electric vehicles has dwindled, with car dealerships citing high consumer reluctance due to reduced subsidies, high inflation, and relatively high overall prices. The German government's decision to end electric vehicle subsidies for business customers, a significant segment in the domestic automobile market, has had a significant impact. Starting in September of this year, only newly private-owned electric vehicles are eligible for subsidies ranging from €3,000 to €4,500, down from the previous €6,000. Additional subsidy cuts may start in early 2024. Meanwhile, Tesla and BYD are planning to expand into the European market, with cost-effective models like the Model 3 Highland being widely available in Europe's market at a starting price of around $45,000. The shift in the market's evident at IAA Mobility in Munich 2023, with the presence of Chinese electric vehicles like the BYD Seal, boasting a range of up to 354 miles and a starting price of $48,000. Your smartphone example highlights the significant role of brand in certain markets. For years, Android produced competitive phones, often better and cheaper than the iPhone. But in the US, iPhones continue to dominate. The brand power of Apple in the US is so strong that teenagers are more than likely to use as their first phone a 3-year-old Apple or even older than to opt for a completely new and improved Samsung. This dual focus is straining the company's resources and decreasing sales in China, where Volkswagen has had to reduce prices on high-margin models so they can stay competitive. It's clear that Volkswagen's path towards electrification has encountered a major speed bump. But whether it's a fatal accident or just a temporary setback remains to be seen. This journey will only be answered by time, and it's certain that all eyes will be on the German automaker as they attempt to navigate their way out of this chaotic loss and find profitability in the crucial Chinese market. Volkswagen's sales of just over 54,700 vehicles in the third quarter are a dismal result, especially when compared to Tesla's staggering sales of 74,000 vehicles China made in 1 month in September. This lag in performance raises serious concerns about the company's prospect in the vital electric vehicle sector, where competition is continuing to intensify. So, what is the reason for this Volkswagen pushback? Volkswagen previously had ambitious electric vehicle plans with its ID lineup, but the numbers have painted a grim picture of Volkswagen failing to meet its sales forecasts. Reports from other manufacturers have highlighted Volkswagen's market shortcomings. Tesla reported a 65% increase in sales in third quarter 2023 compared to the same period in the previous year, indicating increasing customer demand for EVs. They sold over 935,000 EVs in the first half of this year, up from 565,000 in the first half of last year. The Model Y maintains a leading position with over 13% market share, followed by Model 3 with 7% growth in the first half of 2023. In addition, BYD sold over 1.3 BEVs and PHEVs worldwide in the first half of the year, doubling their sales compared to the previous year. The best-selling BYD models were the OnePlus, Dolphin, and Song Pro, accounting for 9% of global EV sales. While Tesla faced some issues in China with declining sales due to safety and data concerns, they still achieved a 44.7% increase in sales from the beginning of the year to September, hitting 700,000 vehicles. Customers in China and Europe are also turning to locally produced battery options, such as the Tesla Model 3, Highland, and Volkswagen's products, which have not left a strong impression in these populous nations. The EV revolution of the German automotive giant appears to be slower as they adapt to the transition compared to their competitors. Volkswagen's finally on the path to eliminating diesel and gasoline engines, which garnered much attention, but their transition plan is more extended. They introduced the 8th generation Golf in 2019 with an expected lifespan of 7 to 8 years, which means the current model could exist until 2027-28. In February 2023, the European Parliament banned the sale of gasoline and diesel cars from 2035, aligning with their goal of achieving carbon neutrality in the transport sector by 2050. So far, the Golf has been one of the best-selling internal combustion engine cars worldwide, which prevents Volkswagen from immediately phasing it out in favor of a full electric market transition. It's not surprising that the company's planning an electric version of the Golf. Volkswagen will introduce an upgraded Golf in 2024, but these plans still don't include a fully electric model. The company hasn't announced a name for the latest EV Golf. Names like ID Golf, ID.2, or just Golf have been ruled out. Recently, Volkswagen revealed a Golf-like concept model called the ID.2L. This affordable hatchback resembles the Golf's design and starts at $26,500. If Volkswagen's idea becomes a reality, it'll truly be a competitive market against Tesla as Elon continues to hint at his own goal of $25,000 for an electric car. Most of Volkswagen's EV sales come from regions with stringent CO2 emission standards that have driven EV demand. In contrast, the U.S. accounts for only 11% of Volkswagen's EV income. The company's explosive EV sales in the Chinese market have fallen behind Tesla, a stunning shift. The delay may further erode the brand's appeal to customers seeking the latest EV technology. More painfully, brand means nothing when competitors offer better and more affordable products. This has been evident in the downfall of brands like Nokia and BlackBerry. The key difference is that the lifestyle of cars is much longer than electronics, giving Volkswagen and Toyota more time to adapt and navigate the shift to electric vehicles. It's clear that the journey towards electrification for Volkswagen has indeed hit a significant speed bump. And whether this will be a fatal crash or just a temporary setback remains to be seen. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments section down below so we can explore what they can do to address these challenges. How will Volkswagen handle this crisis? Recently, Volkswagen reduced its production of EV models at 2 factories in Germany due to declining consumer demand in Europe. They seem to have ambitious plans for a new electrical vehicle architecture called Trinity and a new electric SUV in the A segment set to be produced in 2026, including the construction of a new plant in Wolfsburg, envisioned as a competitor to Tesla's Giga Berlin plant in Grünheide. However, the outcome was different. 20 members of Volkswagen's board decided to cancel the construction of this new plant, intending to focus more on the production of the ID.3 after discontinuing its production at the Dresden plant. This location may be retained to some extent, with workers assigned different tasks. Existing Volkswagen factories will produce a variety of different models based on a common platform. This move's part of a larger strategy to cut costs and position the company better for future competition. Reports suggest that the annual operating costs for this facility are between $64 million and $74.6 million, and by doing this, Volkswagen could save about $21.3 million. Volkswagen's urgently seeking ways to increase profitability, with CEO Oliver Blume aiming to make necessary adjustments. The core Volkswagen brands are under the most pressure, with low profits, unnecessary complexity, and excess factory capacity. Previous failures in the Chinese market forced Volkswagen to lower its prices for the ID.3 and ID.4 in the region, further cutting into their profits. In a recent promotion, Volkswagen's joint venture with FAW in China significantly reduced the price of the ID.4 electric SUV, now starting at $20,060. When Volkswagen introduced the ID.4 in China in January 2021, it had an initial price of $26,700. This move comes right after the ID.3 saw a price reduction in early July, with discounted prices starting around $17,500, extending through the end of the month. This helped the ID.3 to receive more than 10,000 orders in August, according to company reports. This is a common choice every company has to make: lower prices to increase sales, but with lower profit margins and more significant market presence, or maintain higher initial prices to sell fewer units. Thomas Schaefer recently revealed a comprehensive plan to stabilize the company's financial health and ensure long-term success by initiating an initiative to increase Volkswagen's brand profit to 6.5% by 2026, which is approximately $10.7 billion. Currently, it's around $3.6 billion. This program is designed to secure the brand's growth and open the way for investments in future technologies, modernize their factories, and provide employee training. Volkswagen's made significant progress in the EV market, with a 50% increase in the delivery of battery electric vehicles in the first quarter of this year. This momentum, along with the introduction of new electric vehicle models like the ID.7 Compact, shows that Volkswagen is committed to progress. Volkswagen Group sees lower than expected demand in sales of electric cars, but plans to maintain pricing to prioritize margin and profits. The company revealed that its order in Western Europe includes 1.4 million vehicles, of which around 150,000 are fully electric. This is a very interesting data point because a year ago, the company had about 300,000 electric car orders. That's a pretty deep 50% reduction. In the third quarter, Volkswagen Group's all-electric vehicle sales reached approximately 209,900 units, which is a new record slightly higher than the previous record of 205,800 units from the fourth quarter of last year. It currently seems unlikely that the group will be able to reach 1 million BEV sales by 2023, perhaps 800,000 units. But even this would require a new record of 270,000 units in fourth quarter. Recall that Volkswagen Group's BEV sales in the first 9 months of the year amounted to 531,500 units, up 45% compared to the same period in 2022, accounting for about 7.9% of the total volume. Europe accounts for 64% of Volkswagen Group's total BEV sales at 341,100 units, which means any problems in Europe will have a huge impact on Volkswagen's overall sales and profit results. Volkswagen Group has set a target of achieving 8 to 10% BEV market share by 2023, and with 9% in the third quarter, it seems the company is gradually moving towards that target. They expected this gradual growth process will continue over the next 1 to 2 years until models developed in cooperation with XPeng are launched on the Chinese market. However, only time will tell whether this growth will be strong enough to help the company expand its electric car business. With commitments toward a carbon-free future, accelerating change in the company's approach rather than offering numerous types of EVs, Volkswagen aims to simplify its product offerings to maximize profitability. Volkswagen is on a mission not only to survive, but also to reclaim its lost position. The company's committed to accelerating, especially in the Chinese BEV market. How do you think Volkswagen will win against their competitors, and who will be worthy of leading the EV industry? Let us know what you're thinking in the comments section down below. And if you had a blast watching this video, show us some love by smacking that like button, subscribing, spreading the word, and hitting the bell icon to get notified of more exciting episodes. Thanks so much. Until next time, stay safe and God bless.